In today's tutorial, we are going to learn evolution of point, line, plane and form. So without any further delay, let's get started. So let's start with the point. Point is a dimensionless, directionless entity. When point moves in any direction, it forms a line. Line can be straight, zigzag, curve or organic. So we can say that line is a path which is followed by a point. When two straight line meets at some inclination, then they form an angle. And when this angle is enclosed with a third line, it makes a two-dimensional surface known as plane or shape, which means it has only length and width with negligible thickness. Shape is further divided into three categories: regular shape, irregular shape, organic shape. Regular shapes are those which have all equal sides and all equal angle. But irregular shape does not have equal sides and equal angles. And organic shapes are freely drawn shapes. Forms are three-dimensional in nature. When we add third dimension in a shape or plane, it becomes a form. Form is further divided into two categories. Number one, geometrical form, and other is organic form. Geometrical solids or geometrical forms are further divided into two categories. Number one, polyhedron, and number two, solid of revolution. Polyhedron is defined as a solid bounded by planes. These planes known as face and base of the solid. There are various types of polyhedron. Number one is tetrahedron. Tetrahedron has four equal faces and each face is a equilateral triangle. Next is cube or hexahedron. It has 6 faces, all are square. Next is octahedron. It has 8 equal equilateral triangle as faces. Next is dodecahedron. It has 12 equal and regular pentagon as faces. Next is icosahedron. It has 20 faces, all are equilateral triangle. Now again take a look to the regular geometrical planes. If we extrude these planes up to some height, then it will become prism. The name of prism can be defined by its base profile. So, a regular triangular base prism will have two identical triangular bases which are connected by three rectangular faces. A square base prism will have two identical square bases which are connected by four rectangular faces. A regular pentagonal base prism will have two identical pentagonal bases which are connected by 5 rectangular faces. Similarly, a regular hexagonal base prism will have two identical hexagonal bases which are connected by 6 rectangular faces. So we can conclude that a prism have two identical bases which are connected with the rectangular faces. An imaginary line passing through the center of the bases is known as the axis of the prism. Now again take a look to the regular geometrical planes. If we draw a vertical axis passing through the center of the plane and join all the vertex of the plane with the top point of the axis, then it will become a pyramid. A pyramid can be named on the basis of the base profile and topmost point of the pyramid known as the apex. So a triangular base pyramid will have one triangular base and all the vertex of the triangle are connected with the apex by forming three triangular faces. A square base pyramid will have one square base and all the vertex of the base are connected with the apex by forming four triangular faces. A regular pentagonal base pyramid will have one pentagonal base and all the vertex of the base are connected with the apex by forming 5 triangular faces. Similarly, a regular hexagonal base pyramid will have one hexagonal base and all the vertex of the base are connected with the apex by forming 6 triangular faces. So we can say that a pyramid have one base and all the vertex of the base are connected with the apex through slant line by forming the slant triangular faces. Solid of revolution. A right circular cylinder is a solid generated by the revolution of a rectangle about one of its sides, which remains fixed. It has two equal, identical circular bases. The perpendicular line joining the center of the base is known as the axis of the cylinder. A right circular cone is a solid generated by the revolution of a right angle triangle about one of its perpendicular side, which is fixed. It has one circular base, the perpendicular line joining the center of the base and the apex of the cone, known as the axis. If we draw some straight lines from the apex to the circumference of the base circle, then these lines are known as generators of the cone. A sphere is a solid generated by the revolution of a semicircle about its diameter as the axis, and the midpoint of the diameter is the center of the sphere. When the upper portion of the pyramid or cone is removed by cutting it by a plane parallel to the base of the solid, the remaining portion is called the frustum of the pyramid or the frustum of the cone. And when upper portion of the pyramid or cone is removed by cutting it by a plane inclined to the base, the remaining portion is called truncated pyramid or truncated cone. So this is all about the evolution of point, line, plane and form. I hope it will be helpful to you.